before I introduce wadau, make sure you like it, subscribe and follow the channel. Mdau,
vipi?
Semaje?
Salama sana.
Karibu Amas.
Thank you.
How is you?
Niko salama.
You can introduce yourself to our viewers before we start.
My name is WALIOBA Malala, a third year School of Arts and Social Sciences, and the aspiring Secretary General in Mswepa in the coming elections. Yeah.
Bwana Malala,
yes.
Katibu mkuu. Wewe ndio mheshimiwa Malala.
Yeah, Malala himself.
Malala himself. So Malala,
yes.
Tell me, mbona unataka kukuwa katibu mkuu wa wanafunzi wa kutoka kule West?
Leadership is a calling.
Yeah.
So I want to be the Secretary General of Mswepa because I have Mswepa at heart. Number one, I've been in the house from my first year of study. Second year I was there, third year as we were going. So Mswepa is a house which is economical, social and political. And in these dynamics, there are things that we do as a house or as an association. Therefore, I got that yearning or that call to go and stand there for the people, because you know the Secretary General is the spokesperson of the association. So I had that calling to come to ensure that the voices of our people are heard, and that is why I'm in the race and I'm going to win this one. Take it to the bank.
Okay. I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
So what is your vision in the organization of the Association of Mswepa?
There are a number of things that I plan to do as the incoming Secretary General.
Yes.
Number one, I started by telling you that Mswepa is social, economical and political, right? So in the social, this is whereby we have events. The social aspect of it, we have events, the hikes. Normally we go to see orphans. So we have a lot of events that we do. We are planning to have a Luya night, by the way. Mark this. In the next executive, we will plan with the chair that the people will give me. So we're going to plan so that we can have a Luya night. Now, this is the vision that I have for the people. Number one, in the social aspect, we will organize as many events as possible. Why many events? When we meet today, let's say this Saturday we are having a hike, next Saturday we are having a Luya night, we get to meet time from time, right? So when we meet time to time, we have that bonding. Therefore, it's easy when we say that Omwami Mathias has a problem, we come together, get to solve the problem that Omwami Mathias have. Right? So that is why we want to have as many successful events. And you know, when we're talking of events, making them successful is very simple. Number one, the elected executive, let us be there by time. That is one thing that has really failed us, time. Number two, the economical aspect of it. That is whereby we come together when someone has a problem. Way back, before the new funding model, we would sit together as an association, get to contribute school fees for the people who didn't have school fees at that time. You know, people had to have the exam card for them to be able to do the exams. So if you're having a balance, imagine someone deferring because of 2,000 balance. So it was a problem, and as an association, we were coming together and contribute. Now, with the new funding model, we are all allowed to do exams, right? But what about issues related to our houses where we stay, the rent? We are still having people getting rent problems. You are having 3,000 balance, but your landlord wants to throw you outside the house. That is where, as an association, we come in, we say no. This Malala is having this problem. It has come together as a people from the same land, as a people who come from western part of Kenya. We come together, get to contribute, get to sort your problem, right? The political aspect cannot be forgotten. It comes a time where we come to the elections, either Mswepa elections or Somo elections, as you all know. As a house, we normally have our aspirants that we support. For instance, in the last election, we supported 2 of our own, plus the one that we worked with, right? So we come together as an association, our delegates, we have delegates, just like any other people have their delegates, we get to support our own. So that has always been what has been happening with our association. And I have a problem with the political aspect of it, and I think we will come there. Yeah.
So Bwana Malala, Bwana Malala, what will you introduce when elected kama kiongozi wa Mswepa, katibu mkuu?
there are a lot of events that have been going on. And I think we are just going to reinforce. Because, for instance, we're supposed to be having an annual general meeting, AGM. And the constitution we are governed by a constitution that clearly says once every year we are supposed to have an annual general meeting. So we are going to reinforce that. Every year we are supposed to have annual general meeting. We are supposed to have meetings. Our hikes are supposed to be successful. And one thing, you've asked what I'm going to introduce. Our people are really crying. They want the Luyanite. We are going to introduce that. Trust me, with the chair that you're going to give me, I know it's not hard. I'm going to sit with people. You know, I'm a connected man. I have politicians outside here, and in fact, this video will serve me as an evidence. I will send them the video. They will have to chip in, give us some amount. Then the members will also contribute, get some amount, and we get to have a Luyanite.
Now, Bwana Malala, you have talked about mambo na Luyanite ambayo very inspiring, ambao watu wa Luya wanafunzi wa Luya wanangoja kabisa. Now, Bwana Malala, this one is a question that is so somehow very challenging. What make you different with other candidates?
The difference with other candidates?
Yeah.
I mean, that is a very interesting question. You know, when you get to understand the system, then you get to know what is involved in the system. When I talk about the system, I mean, we are talking about our constitution. I'm versed with the constitution. We know we have 4 different committees. We have the education committee, which is chaired by the vice chair of the association. We have different committees. So we're going to reinforce on these committees. For instance, when you look at our constitution, I think that is Article 8. Members are supposed to borrow money from the association and return it. But at the moment, we are not having any solidated funds where I can go, get to withdraw, because the constitution says the chair, the secretary general, and the treasurer should make the follow-up in terms of the finances, right? So we are going to reinforce, make sure that we are having solidated funds. And I know you're going to ask me how we are going to get these solidated funds, right? It's very simple, very simple. Every month, our constitution says that we are supposed to make some contributions every month, right? I want to believe if I ask you to give me 20 bob in a month, it is not difficult. You know, what makes this thing difficult is, you know, you get to a situation where there is no honesty, or there is no transparency in the process. I mean, when a shilling is used, that shilling is supposed to be accounted for. And when it is not accounted for, that is where we get problems. But we are saying, trust us with this. Let us be contributing at least 20 bob every month. Then we do the 50 bob registration. The 50 bob registration, from about the 900 we're having in the group. I know there are others who are outside who are not in the group, because we are about 4,000 we are in National University, and that is just a figure I'm trying to maybe guess, like 4,000, but we are more than that. So we get the 50 bob from members for registration, and every month we get that monthly contribution of 20 shillings. This amount is solidated, so that in case of, in fact, the Luyanite you are crying about, that is where we start from. We're going to start from the 50 bob that are going to give us for registration. The 20 bob we are going to give every month. That is what is going to help us in this. So that is a very crucial thing that I want our people to agree with us. If they are going to agree with us, I know our people are very good. If you just talk to them, make them understand, they will understand us, and we're going to do this together. So it's about the outstanding. I'm going to be the voice of Mswepa, because that is what, and that is something that has been missed. But this time we're going to have a Secretary General that we are going to fill here.
Okay. Bwana Malala, you have said that we need a Secretary General that will want to fill in. Now, what do you understand the role of a Secretary General of Mswepa?
There are very many, and I'm very vast with the roles.
Just give me 2 of them.
There are very many. I can't give you 2. I can give you even 5.
Of course.
Because number 1, our constitution says that the Secretary General will keep the association's documents. We are talking of the constitution, the others. Number 2, the Secretary General is a signatory to the account, which we are not having at the moment.
Very true.
Number 3, is in charge of members' contract. Right? So there are very many. I can give you like 5 to 7 if you ask me.
Now, Bwana Katibu Mkuu the incoming, you are saying that you are very fast. Now, if the people of Mswepa give you a chance to serve as Katibu Mkuu, will you be confidential in the information?
Be confidential, you know, I always say a good leader listens to the people. I've heard our people. I know what our people want. And that is why I'm going to start at a very good point. Because you know, understanding the people is very good. I know what our people want. And I can say, without fear or contradiction, during the last elections, our people feel like they were used. And that is where we are going to start from. You know, when you get to know what your people want, it's very simple. You start from there. You give them what they want.
Okay. Bwana Katibu Mkuu, if you say that you'll be elected as the SG of people of Mswepa, now, how are you going to handle the differences of your members?
That is very simple. You know, when we are having differences with the members, maybe, let me use an example. You know, Mswepa, we know Mswepa has 5 different counties. That is Kakamega, we have Bungoma, we have Trans Nzoia, we have Busia, and we have Vihiga. It's very simple. When we are having differences in the house, you get to call the governors, right? Talk to the governors, our governors from the different counties. I mean, get to know. We are having a certain problem in a certain county. What could the problem be, right? Because in fact, that is one of the roles of the Secretary General, that I have to get report from the governors. Then I audit the report and give the reports during the annual general meeting. So that is one of the roles, right? So I will get the report from the governor, get to know the problem. Further, the governors have their constituency reps. That's very simple. From the governor gets to talk to the constituency reps. The constituency reps will reach the person, get to know the problem. If it has to reach us and the chair, it comes back to us. We get to solve the problem. The differences should be something of the past.
Now, Bwana Malala, if I may ask you, Bwana Malala, now, when the communication is not well reached to the people of Mswepa, how can you now make sure the communication is well versed to the people, and how can you fix it so that the communication, the information can reach to everyone in Mswepa?
The information can never miss to reach the people. Can never. Because in as much as the Secretary General is concerned, I am supposed to give the information. That is my role according to the Constitution. In case there is an annual general meeting, I'm the one to communicate. Right? So how will the information not reach the people when I'm the one to give the information? So we will have the communication secretary who will give us the information. And that is why I want to tell our people, give us the best. If you give us the best, then we are going to move Mswepa to the next level. Imagine you giving us a communication secretary that is well versed with his roles. He will make the constitution, he will make the information. And I want to tell you this, something of misinformation or the information not reaching the people will be something of the past in our era. Because I believe in as much as we have more than 17 different members of the executive, the chair, secretary general, the different governors, it is our role, it's our collective role as the members of the executive to make sure that the information reaches the people. And I have a number of friends. If there is something that we want to do as an association, I'll get to look for my friends, call them personally, give them the information. I get to look for the members, give them the information. So how will the information not reach the people? The information must reach our people, so that if we are saying we are having an event, then we all go for the event, right? Yes.
Okay. Now, Bwana Malala, are you ready to work with the organization? Okay, well, Bwana Malala, are you ready to work under pressure and criticism of the people?
I've been there. You know, I'm very ready. I'm not just doing politics here in Maseno. You know, when you are in the field of politics, there's criticism. For example, back home, I support an aspirant. There are many things I hear, but I have never succumbed to pressure. There's no way I'm going to succumb to pressure. So I'm very ready to work, and I also believe there will be no pressure. Because, you know, the people cannot endorse you, then you get problems with them. Can never happen. Because the people have endorsed me. They are telling me something.